How's it going, ladies and gents? We got round 2 against OriLance97 from the Smoke and Battle Finder. I brought along the Wormacool core, Sneasel offensive thing, Heatmore, special attacker, mixed shiftery, and Lopunny. It looks like she's got a pretty offensive team in general. The only defensive Pokemon I see is potentially Gabite, which is normally like a rough skin, Eviolite, stealth rocker type thing, but it was a pretty cool match. Quite a quick one from what I remember. Looking at the timeline, it's about 8-ish minutes, so yeah, pretty short. First turn, I think I just go ahead and lead off with my Lopunny? No, Wormadam to get rocks up. First turn, she leads off with the Ampharos. Now, let me tell you something about Ampharos. No, I'll save that for later. Go for Protect on the first turn, just to see what she's going to do. I assume Choice Specs or something. That's normally what you'd run on Ampharos, but she switches out on the first turn. I don't know why, because I can't really do anything to it, so I guess she just wanted to get switch initiative as I went into, like, Shiftery or something, but just gonna get at rocks there. I didn't really care too much about losing Wormadam as long as I got up those rocks. Now in comes the Xvilus. I don't get all these double switches, but it does mean that I can get off a Toxic on the incoming Xvilus. I could go for Protect on the first turn, but I feel like that's too obvious, so just gonna see what it does. Turns out it goes for a superpower, and I think this one just clean takes me out. It's a defensive Wormadam, and it's, you know, not a stab or anything, but hustle boosted superpower from his Xvilus. That was a crit. That crit might have mattered, but in any case, Xvilus is a powerhouse, so what do you expect? Gonna go into my Thumper here, hoping that's not a choice Scarfed set, otherwise it would probably outspeed. Don't know his Xvilus' speed, it probably would. Just gonna keep subbing up until either it misses or he switches out. Now on this turn, I figure she's probably gonna want to switch because it's pointless staying in there, so this turn I do go for a Baton Pass just to get the switch initiative going. In comes the Bayonet. I'm just gonna Baton Pass out, go straight into my Rat Boy, I think, yes. Now I was convinced I'd brought along my normal Sneasel, which is, I give everything the same name. I don't know why I do that, because it just confuses me when I try and, like, take out the Pokemon from my box. I have about 5 different Shifteries, all of them called Nilbog, and, you know, it's sort of pot luck which one I get out if I don't check its moveset, but in comes the Murkrow. Doesn't actually take the punishment as well as I thought it would. This Sneasel, by the way, is Focus Sash, Swords Dance with Punishment, Ice Shard, and Brick Break, I think? Yeah, Brick Break for coverage. In comes the Simipour, takes the Ice Shard really well. Gonna go to your boy Kenny, he's just gonna get up some Toxic Spikes, and that's what he does. It turns out this is sort of a weird workup set, like a mixed attacker on the Simipour. It's a good idea, but I don't know why it's got Shadow Claw in particular. Even the crit doesn't take out Kenny. Get off a knockoff just because I feel like it, and get rid of that Slackberry. Now from here, because it doesn't have the Slackberry boost, and it wouldn't have it anyway, I can go straight back into Rat Boy. Now I figure she'll want to switch, fearing the punishment, which would now be boosted by 40 base power, I think. So I'm just going to go for an SD on the switch. Now this Xvilus comes in, that's fine, I can just take it out with an Ice Shard. Sneasel outspeeds probably her entire team, as long as nothing's choice Scarfed, so it's looking like there's a potential for a sweep here, depending on what happens with the next couple of Pokemon. Like I said, I got a Focus Sash, so I can take any single hit. Now, remember when I mentioned something about Ampharos earlier, right? There are 14 Pokemon in the game that learn Static as an ability. And for some reason, Ampharos is the only one I ever see activate. I don't know why that is, it just always happens every time with Ampharos. Not saying there's anything, you know, any foul play going on here, because that's what Static does, you know, that's a contact move. You should expect to get Static once in a while. But it's always Ampharos, I don't know why. I loved Ampharos, I kept it all through my party in Pokemon Gold. Why are you hating me, Ampharos? Go for an Ice Shard, get fully paralyzed, whatever, don't really care. Sneasel goes down to a Power Gem and is pretty much within the range of killing for anything on my team, so gonna go into Shiftery here, just go for a Sucker Punch. Please no power. No power, thank God. Thank you, Ampharos. It's a mixed Shiftery, like I said, so it's got Sucker Punch, Nature Power, Leaf Storm, and either Giga Drain or Extra Sensory or Dark Pulse, I don't remember which. Now I go to Lopunny because I don't think Murkrow can do much to it. I don't know what kind of set it is yet, because Murkrow can do pretty much anything looking at its moveset. And it's probably got Prankster, but apart from that, there's not really too much you can sort of tell just by looking at it when you haven't seen any of its moves, so whatever. Gonna go for an Encore. Just gonna lock it into Roost and then hopefully sub up on the switch. In comes the Simipour. That works out for me. I got the Toxic going, or the regular Poison rather, just to wear it down. Baton Pass out. Going to Heatmore because I think either Ice Beam or Work Up is coming. Maybe not Work Up necessarily, but I figured Ice Beam over Surf because I could have gone straight back to Shiftry, so from here I can just go for a Sucker Punch. That's going to take him out. I think I'm Life Orb with like max special attack, naive nature or something, but I got Sucker Punch on there just because it's a pretty good move to have and extra priority is always good, right? In comes the Bayonet. I cannot believe I fell for this. Bayonet, Destiny Bond's a great move. No one ever sees it coming on Bayonet, and I have used this myself before, so I don't know how I didn't predict that, but it was a good play. Destiny Bond does work through subs apparently, and that's going to take down my Heatmore. Again, I could have gone for like Sucker Punches or whatever, but yeah, whatever. Heatmore's not too vital. In comes the Gabite. I'm going to go into my Shiftry just to, you know, take one hit hopefully, and then go for a Leaf Storm to take it out. Now, defensive Gabite. I don't know if this is defensive or not looking at it, because Gabite does actually do some pretty good damage either way. Go for a Leaf Storm. That is going to clean take it out from there. Don't know if it's changed from lefties to a Violite in this match, but take it out clean and simple. Now I think all she has left is the Murkrow. I got Shiftry and Lopunny, so I gotta really be careful how I deal with this thing. So gonna go for a Sucker Punch, figuring it'll go for some kind of attack. I don't think I've seen any attacking moves yet, but I figured it's got to have at least one attack, surely. So it turns out it's a special attacker. It's got Heat Wave, probably Dark Pulse, Air Slash if it gets it, I don't know. But now I can go into Lopunny. Because I think Lopunny has higher base speed, as long as she doesn't go for Roost, I can just go for a Copycat, and that's what is going to happen. Go for a Copycat. Take that Heat Wave, and Lopunny actually doing some damage for once because Murkrow's a glass cannon. Take it out from there, and, you know, had she gone for Roost, it would have been a stalemate because neither of us can kill each other, and I have no attacking moves, so yeah, stalemate. Could have gone either way, but that's how it turned out. An interesting end to an interesting match, so hope you all enjoyed. And I am going to go take some pills to help my voice because it's slowly dying. That's what I get for shouting all night. But hope you all enjoyed. And with that being said, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.